Hi, welcome to The Child's View. I am Becky Roth, and these are my colleagues Sharon Brown and Bernadette Towns. Dr. Bernadette Towns. And we are going to mix it up today and have some fun and talk about cardboard boxes. So I want you to think about when you were opening presents as a child, or maybe you watched your own children open presents and you were all excited about the toy that you bought them, and they were a lot more excited about the box that the toy came in.
That's right.
So with that, there are lots of things that you can do with boxes. So the lesson might be that cheaper is better or simpler is better, but really it is all about the play. And there is a lot to do, a lot to play with cardboard boxes, and that's what we're going to talk about.
So, Becky, when we purchase toys, we need to look at the size of the box rather than the inside of the toy.
That's a good idea. Can my child fit in that box?
Yes.
And if not, take it out of the box it came in and put it in a bigger box.
That sounds fun.
And you could add crayons in there and stickers and stamps.
Exactly.
And I promise they're going to go to town. They don't care what's in that box.
Right.
The box is going to be great. But with that, for resources, you can use Pinterest, you can Google. There's all kinds of web resources that will give you ideas of how to use boxes. For teachers, there's curriculum ideas. Sharon and I have talked about a lot of ideas that she used, or ways that she used boxes in the classroom. I had a friend when we were talking a few weeks back, and she has little children at home, and she said, Becky, I have to tell you what happened. And she sent me pictures. She said her kids were really bored, and she got out 2 cardboard boxes, pretty good sized boxes, and she had them make cars. Whatever car they'd want to drive.
Nice.
And they made cars, and they cut out the front like a windshield, and she turned on the TV, and they had a drive-in theater in the living room.
How cool is that?
It was so cute. I have pictures. So anyway, so you can use it at home. You can also get boxes and use them at school. And I know Sharon has some really good ideas about how to use those in the classroom.
Well, I was teaching at a school many years ago, and we would have theme week every year.
Oh.
So every year, you were supposed to transform your room into a theme. So there was like Knights of the Round Table. We had transportation. And so when we had Knights of the Round Table, I went down to a local appliance store and got as many stove boxes, refrigerator boxes, and dishwasher boxes.
And they're free.
And they're free. They were free. And they were already broke down, so it was really easy to put them in the car. One year I had a castle that went clear across. It had doors. It had the turrets. And then I painted it because cardboard paints fairly well. And then one year it was transportation, and my husband and I made a space shuttle.
Oh, okay.
And so the kids could go in the space shuttle, and I had a pretend control area in it. And they had a blast in it, but it was big enough that it took up my whole entire classroom. It was huge, so all the kids could get into it.
Wow!
So it's really fun. Cardboard boxes are really fun to do. If nothing else, cardboard box sculptures. Holy cow! All your cereal boxes and cracker boxes and things.
You can make your blocks out of boxes, right? You don't have to buy expensive blocks.
It's an ongoing sculpture thing. I've seen some people, and I'm one of those that don't throw anything away. And when my kids were little, we had a box sculpture that the kids just kept building on. And the neighborhood kids would come over, and it was in the garage, and it was just big, and buttons and pom-poms and
just loose parts.
Just like loose parts, but it got really, really big, and finally, we finally had
Did you get a picture of that?
I do have a picture of it.
Oh, that's cool.
I do. But it was really fun. And then something else. There's books, and one of the books in particular that I really like is called Burrell's Books, or Burrell's Box, and it's by Lisa Taylor, and it's an adorable story about 2 little girls. One is just crazy about her boxes, and the other is crazy about all the toys that she gets, and she gets every toy. She has every toy in the world, and Burrell has a box.
Aww.
And the little girl is kind of making fun of Burrell, but one day she had to go and play with Burrell, and all Burrell had was a box, and this box gets turned into many, many, many things.
Aww.
And at the end, the best part about it is this little girl that gets everything got this brand new computer. It was great. She was excited, elated, and she she started throwing the parts of the computer out. She said, "I got a box,"
Oh
and it is the best. So
Oh.
lots of stories about that.
Right.
But just think about everything that a kid can do with a box.
Yep.
Yeah.
That imagination is
Imagination,
Yeah.
creativity, motor skills. I mean, parents get caught up in, well, what are they learning? Oh my goodness. I mean, talk about engineers. Engineers have to get creative. They have to put things together, right? Construction and, I mean, all of these different pre-academic skills that children need, you can learn it with the box.
Yeah.
The other thing I like about the box, and I've had students use this, well, teachers actually use it in the classroom, is it's a great one-child space. So let's say you don't have a one-child space, your class can develop it. You could read the book. You could then bring in this big box. You could put it inside your classroom, take it outside,
Yes.
in your home. You
That's
can put
right.
it in the living room. You can put it in the bedroom.
Their
but
space.
It's their quiet space, and they can create it, right? They can make windows or not. They
Right.
can put,
Yeah.
material over
Now,
it.
knowing in a classroom, though, you have to be able to have supervision, visual
Oh, yes.
supervision. So you have to have really huge, big windows in a box.
Yes.
But you can do that and create the facade that's a private one space.
Right. Right. Yeah, well, I had 5 children under the age of 5 at one point, so they were all little together. And they would like to get the box and put the blanket over and make it a tent, and then a little flashlight in there, and they could read books, and they were in their tent, they were camping in their room.
Right.
So the box can become, a little hideaway as well, just to...
Lots of props. I mean,
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
set and
Yeah.
you name it, they can make it. If they can think it, they can do it.
That's it.
That's amazing. Okay, well, 0to3.org, as an example, also provides lots of ways to use the boxes. One is the child space. Another one was in a toddler room, making tunnels, connecting boxes and letting children move through them. Car, as you mentioned, in transportation. So there's lots of ideas out there. So get on the web, check out Pinterest, check out, the resources available for boxes because, we think children's imagination is amazing. You should see what is out there in order to help you create a good time with a box. So anyway, thank you for joining the Child's View, and we will see you next time.